Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You're listening to It Came From the Radio, and as you know, I'm Elle Man. I'm here with comedian Steve Kalba, a good friend of mine who actually got me into stand-up. So welcome.
Thank you, Jen, for having me. I appreciate it.
And he told me, I've seen it many times, but he actually channels comedians. Perhaps he's channeling the ghosts of deceased comedians?
Yeah, that's right. I do often channel these deceased comedians from time to time. And, just if you happen to catch me do it,
yeah,
you can just snap your fingers and I'll either switch out of character to a new character, or I may just come back to be myself. We don't know, but just I hear the snap, that's it.
What if I don't snap? Will you stay in character for the rest of your life?
Quite possible.
Okay, all right. Now, how are you doing?
I was Norm Macdonald for 2 weeks one time.
What?
I was once Norm Macdonald for 2 weeks. Nobody snapped.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So are you comfortable? You like the setup?
It's okay. I think it's a very nice
Relax.
couch. Yeah.
Why don't you lie down, maybe?
I don't have a back to a chair. I tell you, I get no respect everywhere I go.
That's right.
I don't even have a back to a chair. I went to a discount massage parlor. It was self-service.
Yeah, you look like you got to go to the bathroom.
Bathrooms. You can't go to a bathroom anywhere. One place they won't let you use a bathroom is a bank. You got to be an employee to use them.
Oh.
I was at the bank online at the bank last week. I had to go so bad I applied for a job.
Oh my God. So Rodney, you getting any more respect now?
I get no respect at home, Jen. My wife, she's a horrible cook. Horrible cook. In my house, we pray after we eat. Meatloaf shouldn't glow in the dark. It's very chilly in here. You feel that it's very drafty. I know. Just like me. The people in my family, they always complaining about the weather. It's too hot. It's too cold. We're too close to the air conditioner. We're not near the air conditioner enough. It's eggs over easy. I want the eggs over hard. Someone has a high SAT score. They want a low SAT score. They want this and that. Hey, I'll tell you, there's the schmucks.
I'm sorry, I sat you next to the window. There might be a draft.
That's all right, because if you close the window, then I'll have to take off my jacket, and then maybe I'll get a little sweaty and perspire, and we don't want to do because we don't perspire. We don't like to perspire my family. Oh, it's too hot, it's too cold, this and that and that.
Steve, I would like my friend Steve to come back here. Steven Kalba. Is he here?
Well, hello there, Jenny.
All right. So I did want to have some of you here.
I like
Rodney.
the microphone, by the way. Can I pet it?
Sure.
Oh, so
isn't it nice?
Oh, cute.
I know, it's so nice and soft. So let's get right into it. Now, actually, Steve Kalba is one of the reasons. I don't know. I probably had like 100 people tell me to do stand-up, but somehow yours stuck more. And I actually did decide to try out stand-up thanks to you. So,
whoa, you listen to me? Are you crazy?
Yeah, this is a guy that has
listen to me.
He's done his stand-up with his eyes closed.
Oh.
I've seen him do it a little bit, but I heard from someone else that he did an entire set.
That's more like Gilbert Gottfried who has the eyes closed. Oh, help. I can't see. Where's the stage? Help me. Aflac.
So, are you still doing stand-up? You're telling me you were getting to Bible study? Are you into Bible study? Are you preaching?
That is true, Jen. I am into Bible study now. I've actually taken a pause from comedy. I don't know for how long, if it's going to be for good or what, but I've actually gotten into Bible study. I wanted to give back and suddenly be a better person, learn the Word of God, and I feel like there's principles in there and life lessons that would apply to everything in life. And I believe it's just as a person who was a selfish lawyer for most of my life. And not most of my life, 9 years, I practiced law.
Okay.
And, just being in a self-absorbed state and just, I needed a change. I needed to do something different. So I wanted to give back and serve people and be more caring, more forgiving. And it's blessed me. And I've noticed it's really made me a better person, better worker.
Really?
And just in general,
more
with everything.
Maybe.
1,000 times more discipline.
You do seem more focused on work than when I first met you, right? You seem more focused on productivity.
I think the
more intentional.
Pandemic, it was funny, and I don't want to use the pandemic as an excuse, but I definitely think and I hate using excuses, but it is true, because I think I just developed some bad habits, like, you're just home, and it just, things change. I was on a pretty good path, but then, you're home all day, and you just, idle minds, what they say is the devil's playground. Is that what they,
I heard that.
It's not scriptural, but it's not in the Bible, by the way. That is not in there, but it is a saying, and it does ring true, because your mind is, there's some truth to that. Like when you're not in a rhythm I wasn't going to work in. It was 3 months.
Yeah,
We
yeah, I mean,
home. I was blessed to have a job and have income, but I
right.
just wasn't, and it just got me out of a whole, out of a routine.
So
It was on a good.
what's one thing Bible study has given you?
I believe it has made me more patient with people. No, I always was a patient person. I take that back. I
Okay.
was always, I would say I was
Yeah,
more,
I think
like you
so.
said earlier, you hit on it, like a better worker, appreciating where I am at the moment.
Yeah, okay.
Showing gratitude and love for things that where I normally wouldn't have that attitude or anger or misplaced energy. So I feel like that has just, like you said, when you bless what you have right now,
Right.
you'll get more of it. You'll get more, and you have, and you so reap what you sow.
Right.
You sow into good things and charity. You'll get back. You'll get back. They say 100-fold when you sow into the kingdom, like God's kingdom. You reap what you sow. You tithe, as they'll say. It's a big principle.
I think so.
Like,
it might be 20 years that you'll get what you planted. It might be 30 years for some people, but I've seen a lot of people get what they put out there, and it's like sometimes the exact same thing, but it's maybe 30 years later.
It's all what you put in. I mean, the more you give, the more you'll get it quicker. You'll get it back quicker. You'll get better return. And you're planting seeds in different things. Like you got to plant seeds into ideas and like you put into the right things. You plant the seeds in the right things, and you'll have good harvest
So
as a result from that with the right. Not you plant your seeds in like the wrong things into like I don't know, like womanizing or drinking or
I didn't know they had
or
womanizing
drugging.
seeds.
You're gonna get back. You're gonna get back exactly what you put into that. Nothing good comes to that.
I have mint seeds. I have squash seeds. I know the womanizing seeds.
You never had that problem?
No, I never had a womanizing problem. No.
Not that I was. I never had that problem. I never really was. What is a womanizer? What do you consider? Like
what do I consider?
I just use that word like
a womanizer.
An adulterer. I don't know. Like that's
I don't know, but that's not on my question list.
It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing.
Question list. I'm gonna switch topics.
How did I get to womanizing?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I couldn't think of like something bad. I was so clean-minded. I forgot some bad things. I had to like actually make up something.
Yeah, womanizing. I have not witnessed any womanizing in Steve. I haven't witnessed it. Maybe it's happened. But anyway, switching to the end of that question. At the end times, a lot of people are saying that the end is near. You go to Bible study. What do you think? Do you think that we are in the end times? It's the end of the world? What do you think?
Listen, I just look at it this way. You see a lot with the eclipse and the earthquakes, and people are making a lot out of that. And yeah, you could make all the scriptural and see the coincidences and things. There is a lot of interesting coincidences, or synchronicity, as you might say, with a lot of things going on. But I just try not to worry about that. I try not to. There's enough worry in the day itself. There's enough to just deal with. Just be present in the moment right now.
You want some more worry?
No. What's the worry? Worry. You're going to get me back into being Jackie Mason and all my characters again. You're going to click in. I'll be in Jackie Mason mode any second. You get me worried. Oh my God. You might have to snap me out of it.
Do you worry about the future because you have a son? Do you worry that this world might not be there for him?
There's always going to be a worry per se. Like you're always going to have. It's a human emotion. Here's the analogy. The best thing I could say. When you're walking. And, birds are going to fly over your head. All different kinds of birds. Birds might even, like they're going to buzz you, whatever, crazy, But the point is, I don't have to let those birds, and very analogous to bad thoughts. Oh, okay. You don't have to let, bad thoughts nest in your head. I don't have to let the birds nest in my hair when I'm walking by. Okay. I don't have to let the bad thought take root. And there's going back to planting seeds. I don't have to let it, when I go to a bad sowing a bad thought. And then that leads to more worry, and it might actually manifest what you fear.
Actually, what's one way to not plant a bad thought, to not take one of these fast ideas and make them stick? What do you do?
Trust your heart. Trust God. And I know people are going to say, "Oh, well, I don't believe in God."
Yeah.
I don't want to, whatever you believe in, find something that is bigger than you. That there's something that is bigger than you. That we're all part of something. We're here for the greater good, as a lot of people will say in the mainstream. Will say, we're doing this for the greater good." Right. But there is truth to that. You want to, whether it's your family, whether it's for your job, don't be so into self. Don't be so, you want to improve yourself. You want to be, be the best person you can be, because you're better for society then. When you're at your best, and when you're able to make a lot, you're more functional, and you can benefit society more. That is true, but you're part of a bigger thing.
Okay.
You're part of, you want to, what was the original question again?
I don't know.
What was the original question again?
I don't know. I don't know. I know. I don't know.
What was the original question again?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I know. I'm going to move on to the next question. Cancel culture. What are your thoughts?
A lot of this culture a lot of this stuff needs to be canceled. I don't know. I know I'm messing around a little bit.
What things do you think maybe have been canceled that you want to uncancel?
I don't know. I mean,
Dr. Seuss, you think he should be canceled?
That's ridiculous. There's so many ridiculous,
Mr. Potato Head, they try to cancel him.
Oh,
because everyone's going low carb now, so you can't have Mr. Potato Head anymore.
Who said that? Who says you can't? Who did
I've heard a lot of people in my family talking about Mr.
Were they offended?
Head. Yeah, they're trying to go low carb.
Were they gonna have Mr. Low Carb,
Mr. Steakhead?
Mr. Steakhead?
Yeah, it's just meat only.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. It's a new thing coming out. It's keto conscious toys.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's sounds gross.
Anything you'd like to cancel?
Oh, how much time? I don't know if we have enough time here.
One thing. You could pick one thing to cancel. From any timeline.
I just want to cancel this is just the first thing that popped in my head. I saw a disturbing thing. What's with people that just want to destroy art to make a statement, deface statues, like, what is destroying the Mona Lisa? Like, I saw a video, somebody sprayed threw soup on the Mona Lisa, or dung at a picture of the Virgin Mary, or just things like that. Like, how is that going to help change the climate? Is that, oh yes, that's going to do it. Now we're going to make some efforts that's going to help change the climate now because of our statement there of defacing art. Like, you're taking one problem, and you're now creating a new problem. And you're now doing two wrongs don't make a right.
Well, let's say some people got really hot and heavy over Mona Lisa. Now, if we got rid of Mona Lisa, these people won't be hot, and now they'll not contribute to climate change.
Who got so hot and heavy? I
know a few people that have told me they get hot and heavy for Mona Lisa.
Supposedly it was Michelangelo as a female. Is that I heard that theory? Who painted it? Was it Leonardo or Michelangelo?
I don't know. I just know the people that get hot over Mona Lisa.
It was the artist who made himself into a woman. That's what I heard.
I've heard this too.
You heard that theory?
Yeah.
You also heard there was UFOs in the painting too. Remember that theory about the little UFO? Yeah, you didn't hear about that? If you look close to the Mona Lisa, you'll see like a little. Yeah. Looks like a little UFO, or looks like an amoeba. What are the two? I can't. It's a weird design in the back of the painting.
Interesting. Well, speaking of UFO, which we have right here, will lead us to our last question. Now, if you had to tell your younger self any 1 to 3 piece of advice, what would you tell him or her? Maybe you were born as a her. I don't know. I wasn't there. We've only known each other for maybe 4 or 5 years.
Appreciate what you have. And make the most of it, and be present. Be present, and just have gratitude every day for just even. Okay, so I have 5 fingers. I'm functional. Wow, I could see. I can. Just start blessing what you have, and that's a biblical concept. Is if you bless what you have, you get more of it. And I'm not just saying let's do it. The intention to get more. No, it's all about your heart. It's all about having your heart right. Have your right heart. Be present. Appreciate what you have. Don't get distracted by stupid stuff. I would tell myself. Don't get sidetracked by just nonsense that's gonna be pleasurable in the moment, or for the short term, or a short term relationship. See the bigger picture. Appreciate what you have, and then you'll be in a marathon, and you'll follow this. I would say you follow this formula. You're going to be in a much better position. As I often
think,
dead.
I've been living by this. You can't stop at every dog that barks. You can't do that. And also, something I've heard recently, I've been thinking about a lot the last few days, is that a lot of the people we know now, this is kind of morbid, but they're going to be dead in a couple of years or decades. So for us to be worried over what they think, or or let them stop you from something that's super important. It's like they might not be here. They might be in another country. They might be in another planet in 10 years. So don't let one person get in the way. And lastly, don't let one piece of ruin a pile of gold. I made that up a long time ago. A lot of times people let one just piece of ruin the whole gold. You could just pull it out of the pile.
Yeah. I totally agree. And no, that's it. You don't want to have a big burger. You don't want to eat a big burger.
So Steve, end of the interview, final thoughts. Where can people find you? Any last words for society?
Just have love for.
You're covering your face.
I know. Thank you.
We need to see the face. We need your mug.
Serve people. Do something like give back. Don't think of yourself too much. Just let's think of somebody else because I think we're becoming too in our own worlds and our social media and our zone and our space and we're isolated. And I think the pandemic really did that, did damage to people, made us more isolated. And we don't need to go to in person now. We could just do it in our underwear and Zoom from the house. And we don't need to do this and we don't need to socialize. We're going to turn, it's like that movie WALL-E.
Was that an imitation of me?
Oh, I was going to.
Can I just do a self-tape? Do we have to meet in Brooklyn?
I notice you're not snapping.
No, I'm like, this is good. Well, anyway, we gotta get back to Mark. So back to you, Mark, in the studio. And thanks so much, Steve Kalba.
Thank you, Mark. Bye-bye. Thank you, Jen.